everybody. I'm Devin Walsh. Let's get to your headlines on this Wednesday afternoon. We got a lot happening, including federal agents swarming a home out in Tillman's Corner. You're not going to believe why. Very odd thing going on out there. Plus, it is signing day here along the Gulf Coast. We're going to get to that and more right now on News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. I'm glad to be with you on this Wednesday afternoon. We had a little bit of technical difficulty over the last couple of days, so we apologize for not being with you, but we got everything fixed, and so now we are moving and grooving, as they say. Are you bundled up? It was so cold out there earlier this morning, and it's going to be a little bit chilly tonight, but Caroline says get ready for some rain. We're looking at rain really over the next 4 days, on and off, but a lot of rain tomorrow and Friday, so just keep that umbrella handy because it's going to be chilly rain. It's not freezing temperatures, but chilly rain. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get to our big stories at this hour. Number 5. A Sims man has been sentenced for dealing meth. Charlie Hall will spend up to 14 years in federal prison. He was arrested during a sting operation in May of 2024. Agents say they found meth in his vehicle and in his residence in Sims. He was arrested after a high-speed chase. Number 4. A man is dead after a crash in North Mobile County that involved a garbage truck. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency says the crash happened yesterday morning just before 6, 4 miles south of Citronelle. They say a Jeep driven by 71-year-old Michael Martin hit a garbage truck on Lott Road. Martin died at the scene. 2 people in the truck were not injured. No word on what led to that crash. Today's a big day for high school athletes around the U.S., especially here on the Gulf Coast. It's early National Signing Day, big day for this fella at Daphne High School. In fact, they had 8 athletes signed, but that was Malik Franklin. He signed to play with the Alabama Crimson Tide. Just to run through some more, we've got JaVale Fredericks and Edric Williams. They both signed to play with Louisiana Lafayette for football. And then we had 5 volleyball players, including Grace Thigpen, signed with the University of Mobile. Ethan Cuddy signed for wrestling. And 7 students at Bayside are going to be signing on Monday. So there is so much going on. And so you're going to need to watch as we celebrate the good news for all of these local high school athletes. Number 2. A McGill-Tulane student athlete's facing an assault charge for an alleged locker room hazing incident that left a student blind in one eye. A Mobile County grand jury indicted the teen, who's now 17. According to the indictment, he threw a can of deodorant causing the injury. A lawsuit has been filed against the school, athletic director, and football coach. And number 1, federal agents swarming a house where they found more than a dozen monkeys in cages. The agents are with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. They stretched yellow caution tape across the front of the home. News 5 is told they're taking inventory of animals on the property, which include more than a dozen monkeys. News 5 spoke with a neighbor who recalled the owners also having pigs when she was younger. This is a developing story. We're going to keep you updated tonight on the air and online. Okay, everybody, it's time for our question of the day, and it's all about football because there have been so many changes, as you know, in college football over the last week or so. Coaches going all over the place. And so that's what we are asking you about today. Multiple SEC schools appointed new football coaches over the weekend. So we're just asking you what your thoughts are. That's a pretty wide open question, isn't it? Because, of course, we've got Lane Kiffin, we've got Auburn, it's just others, right? So let's see. Vaughn says it's good, but just because a new coach is hired, it doesn't guarantee a winning season. Luis says college football has become a farm system for the NFL. As a kid in the 60s and 70s, coaches and players seemed to stay put, and it was easy to form an allegiance. Now it's all about personal gain, no matter who you walk on. Okay. Mike just wants to be a fired SEC coach. Jeff Peavy says, worst hire was Lane at LSU by far. He hasn't won anything, so I don't understand why people think he is better than Saban. Brandon says it's cheaper to attend an NFL or NBA game. College sports is getting ridiculous. Philip says, in the case of Lane Kiffin, going to LSU is a mistake, and he will end up regretting his decision. Aaron says, these schools are wasting their money. Players make good teams, not coaches. All right, and we knew that question would definitely get a lot of response from a lot of people because people feel very strongly about their team and all of the changes taking place. So thank you so much for your comments. And now we want to bring you over to our poll of the day, and we're asking you how much you expect to spend on Christmas gifts this year. Less than $100, between $101 and $5, or more than $500. So the heart's less than 100. The huggy heart is between 100 and 500, and more than 500 is the like button. So let us know. I can tell you what, you know this. Actually, I don't have to tell you. Everything's more expensive this year, so Christmas is definitely costing a lot for a lot of folks. And by the way, if you want to comment on our question of the day or our poll, go to WKRG.com. or WKRG's Facebook page, and you will see those two items there until our next edition of News 5 Now, which airs tonight at 5:30. Well, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon for News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. I'll be back for the 4 on 5. Cherish is off today, and I will be anchoring News 5 at 5 o'clock. So I'll see you then. Have a great afternoon.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now. Brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never